That are here today. Thank you for joining us. I'm talking from San Diego, California. So I want to begin by talking about post-COVID because I think every one of us was hit with COVID. We were blindsided. We didn't really expect that. Everyone's going about their life, and all of a sudden, you are imprisoned in your home and you can't go anywhere. And so we have to cocoon. And then all of a sudden, post-COVID, we have to come back out. We're expected to go back out and do what we did before and how we did it and so forth, and be motivated and all that. And it's been my observation, and I believe I'm right, this world has changed a bit. We've gone through a number of crises, not just a pandemic, but economic crises. I feel there's a lot more stress out there. People are trying to figure out what they're going to do. Well, why? Why is all this happening? The world changes. The world turns. There's 4 seasons. We go through the seasons, all right? One thing great about us as human beings, we're adaptable. We learn, we adapt, we make necessary changes. And that's what's happening right now. I think a lot of people are also learning that what they once thought was security, job security, for example, it's not secure. Now, here in the US, they've got something called Social Security. It might be real social, but it's not secure either. Okay? So people are looking for a way, an alternative, to be able to do what we do. What do? We dream. We're dreamers. Every single one of us has goals and dreams and aspirations, and we have ambition. That's what drives us. And we long to live a life of abundance, a life where you can achieve your dreams, a life if your dream is to travel, you want to travel the world. If your dream is to live on the beach, have a house right on the beach, and that's what drives you, that's your dream. Well, I don't want to get religious or philosophical here, but I believe God put us on this planet to achieve our dreams. But he's not going to give it to you on a silver platter. You have to find your way, whatever that way is. This is a way. It's an opportunity for anybody to achieve their dreams in an industry that is now a $4+ trillion industry. It's called health and wellness. Think about it. To me, it just makes sense. Every human being on the planet aspires to have good health. I've never met anybody yet say, I'd like to live a life of disease. I want to be as sick as possible. Never seen it, never heard it. So everybody wants to live a life of good health. They may not always act that way. I know people smoke and people do all kinds of things, but deep down, they do want to live a healthy life. And sometimes we're forced to make changes because of circumstances in our life. All right. Whether we're afflicted with some disease or whatever happens, we make the changes. We adapt. Right. Health is one thing we all aspire for. Financial independence is another one. Think about it. If you don't have any financial worries or financial stress, you can live a life of abundance, stress-free, and contribute. Not survive, but contribute. 2 things out of 3 that people look for, we have. Good health that we offer people by using our product. It brings value into their lives, unique, patented, life-changing products that bring value into their lives. And we'll talk about that in a minute. All right. The second, financial opportunity, a business model that you just have to plug yourself in. You don't have to deal with all the headaches of starting a business, setting it up, hiring some employees, building a website, maybe having a cell phone application that people can use. None of that stuff. It's all turnkey. So you get all the benefits of a business, but none of the risks. That's what I love about this. And you can focus. When you can focus on one thing only, you can compress a lifetime of work down into maybe 5 years, 7 years. If you focus and you do it. It is that simple, believe me. I never said it was easy, but it is simple. It's just learning a message and delivering that message to people and not getting hung up on whether or not someone is ready or they're not ready, because not everybody's going to be ready for your message. All right. Just like not everybody was ready for a pandemic. All right. So I just talk to people and I present a message of hope, goodwill, financial independence, and health and wellness. And guess what? The third thing people look for is happiness. I've found that if people are financially independent and they're healthy, they tend to be happy too. Okay. So I want to talk about our company, For Life. So I'm going to share a PowerPoint with you here real quick. Let me share my screen. And we're going to get into our company and why I love this company so much. And I just believe that we're one of the best companies in the world. Let me know if you can see my screen.
We can see your screen.
Okay, great. Thank you. Let me go back here real quick. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to start sharing this right here. Rather than going through every single slide, I already talked about the world we live in, a lot of crises. What options do we have? Well, let me talk about options real quick before we get into this For Life. So we talked about financial freedom, independence, and all that. People that are looking to have a better life. What options do you have? So honestly, what are your options? Go get another job, build someone else's dream, build someone else's business, and sometimes you have to do that. You have to start there. But at some point, you have to learn to employ yourself. If it is to be, it's up to me. It's not up to someone else. So having another job is not going to help you achieve financial freedom. Build your dream. You can go get a degree as well, and I'm not against degrees. I mean, my son's girlfriend just got her master's degree and is going to be a PA and she'll have a decent job. That's not financial independence, though, but it's a good start. She's in her 20s. All right. So there's nothing wrong with it, but I know a lot of people have their doctorate degrees and they're broke still and they're working for someone else. Okay. How about starting a traditional business? Talked about that a minute ago. All the responsibilities, all the headaches, overhead expenses, inventory, licensing, taxation, employees, payroll taxes, all those things you have to deal with. You're married to your business and you're not free at all. And you find it, honestly, you don't have any time freedom. Or the option that I mentioned, this business model by partnering with the company. They have a responsibility and we have a responsibility. Let them do the heavy lifting. Let For Life do all of the shipping, paying employees. There's 1,000 employees now, by the way, at For Life. Let them pay all the taxes. Let them have all the inventory. Let them pay all the rents in the offices around the world, all the operating expenses. Let them pay all that stuff. What do we pay? Talk. Seriously, maybe whatever it costs to have internet. Talk. It's time. That's it. You just share a message with people. So if the company does their job well and we do our job well, which is to share with people this message I'm sharing with you, guess what? Magic happens. It's amazing because we've got something people need, people want. So we have a product that you're going to see in just a minute here called Transfer Factor. What makes For Life unique? Not only are we a 25-year-old company, multinational, multi-billion. If I talk about billions, I'm going to brag for a minute. For Life has paid my organization over $2 billion in commissions now. $2 billion. That's a lot of money. All right. In the past 25 plus years. Okay. So here we've got a 25-year-old company, multi-billion company, multinational company, debt-free company. Why is debt-free so important? You guys hear the recent news about Tupperware? Filed bankruptcy. Earl Tupper started Tupperware in 1946, and they just filed bankruptcy. Lehman Brothers, trillion-dollar company, gone, out of business. In our industry, I know companies that are multi-billion-dollar companies that have closed their doors. Why? Because they were in debt, over-leveraged. Administration just they weren't prepared for tough times like now. For Life is debt-free. no debt whatsoever. And that's a big buzzword right now in our industry because people are looking for a home. They don't want to have to go out and rebuild their network with a company they feel is going to fail. 25 years in business, legacy company. Here we are, For Life Research, with unique, exclusive products, patented products. But Transfer Factor is the only product on this planet. I'll repeat that. Transfer Factor, that's our patented technology, is the only product on this planet that can do something that nothing else can do. There's no drug, no medicine, there is no vitamin, no mineral, no herb, no plant, nothing that can do what Transfer Factor does. What does Transfer Factor do? Transfers immune knowledge, educating your immune system to recognize threats, respond to those threats, and remember those threats. What does that mean? Well, think about it. If a terrorist was attacking you and you didn't know they were a terrorist, what would happen? You'd get killed. But if you could identify them first as a terrorist because you saw a poster on the wall the day before in the post office, and the minute that person started approaching you, you recognized them from the poster yesterday, you would respond. You take action because you identified a terrorist. Transfer Factor educates your immune system to identify threats, and it mounts an attack against those threats. Those are called natural killer cells, your immune cells. Clinically proven, Transfer Factor mounts or stimulates an immune response within 2 hours of taking the product. So now you've got an immune system that's prepared to defend you. How incredible is that? And it has memory, not forever, but it remembers. Let me ask you guys a question. You all studied mathematics in school, in high school. Do you remember every solution, every problem from math back in high school? No, I certainly don't. None of us do. All right. What if you could take something and all of a sudden you started remembering all those things? Wouldn't that be pretty cool? Well, your immune system can do that. It can be educated and re-educated by continuously providing immune knowledge. That's what Transfer Factor does. So let's go ahead real quick and watch. I apologize. I'm going to go back here for a second. Let me close this out. I apologize. Go back. I want to show this video here. Oh, wrong way. Okay. We talked about For Life. All right. Went through already. Legacy company, same founders, same owners, 1,000 employees, multinational, worldwide, over 80 patents on the technology. Now let's listen to Transfer Factor, what it is and how it works. And hopefully you can hear this. If you cannot hear it, please let me know.
No, we can't.
All right, thank you. That's the one thing I don't like about PowerPoints. You have to go and you have to share the sound. All right. All right. And now, hopefully, you will be able to see it. You can see my screen, correct?
Yes.
Okay, let's try now.
For Life Transfer Factor is clinically proven to activate the immune system within 2 hours. Transfer factors aren't vitamins, minerals, or herbs. They are molecules that transfer immune memory and knowledge from one cell to another. They teach your immune system to recognize, respond to, and remember potential threats. For Life Transfer Factors provide vital information and education to your immune system. Let's follow the path of transfer factors through the body as they raise your immune IQ. First, the capsule travels down your esophagus to the stomach. There, it dissolves, and the individual transfer factor molecules are released. The transfer factor molecules enter the intestines, where they encounter groups of immune cells called Peyer's patches. Peyer's patches are concentrated centers of immune cells, and this is where 4-Life Transfer Factor begins educating your immune system. They support many different kinds of immune cells, such as natural killer cells, T cells, B cells, macrophages, and more. When the transfer factors encounter an uneducated immune cell, they enter and educate that cell so it can better recognize, respond to, and remember health threats. From there, the newly educated cell creates more transfer factors to place on its surface. As educated immune cells come into contact with uneducated immune cells, they pass their immune system knowledge to those cells. The education spreads cell to cell until it reaches the lymph node, a concentrated source of immune system cells. Here, the educated cells work quickly to transfer their immune system knowledge, and soon all the cells in the lymph node have transfer factors to pass to the rest of the immune cells in your body. This transfer of immune knowledge spreads throughout the body until your entire immune system is fortified by transfer factors, making for a smarter and more vigilant immune system. Try 4-Life Transfer Factor products today to raise your immune IQ.
So that video gives you a good view of how transfer factor works in the body. All right, activating your cells, your immune cells. But here's what's interesting. With a product like this, when's the last time you talked to someone and said, "Hey, Lupita, how's your immune system doing today?" We don't tend to do that. During COVID, it was a focus. Everybody was focusing on the immune system. So what 4-Life has done is they have combined transfer factors with other key ingredients that do many things, such as, I love this one, I'm running out, Rio Vita, antioxidants, powerful antioxidants, such as acai berry, pomegranate, elderberry, bilberry, combined with transfer factor, or energy. You look at Red Bull, Monster, those energy drinks that are horrible for you. They're not healthy at all. This is all natural. It's got guarana, maca, yerba mate, all healthy stuff, and it gives you a great energy, and it has transfer factor, weight loss, NutriStart. So we've got a number of products that help you, even protein. You want to build lean muscle and burn fat? Use our ProTF protein. So we've got a number of products that bring value to your life. Now, I'm big on prevention. Why wait till you're sick to take action, right? Live a life and take some products that help prevent illness, keep you strong and healthy. You're going to be more productive anyways if you're healthy. So what I like to do now is actually like to bring into our conversation here Adriana Morales. Adriana, where are you located, by the way?
I'm in Ocala, Florida.
Ocala, Florida.
Yeah.
So we're going to go from West Coast to East Coast.
Central Florida. Mm-hmm.
We're going to go from California to Florida, and Adriana Morales is going to share with us her story using transfer factor. So I'm going to pass the microphone to you, Adriana. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you in this room today. My name is Adriana, and today I will share some of my health testimony with you. From a very young age, I was very sick. I had more than one surgery, the first one on my throat and 5 more on my eyes, because I had strabismus since then. At around 14 years old, I developed juvenile scoliosis, and I had to use a corrective brace for 2 years. By the time I was 40, with 3 children, I began to notice that my fingers hurt so much that I couldn't go out to gatherings much anymore, as it was embarrassing not to be able to shake hands to greet people. Later, while playing ball with my children, I discovered that something was very wrong, and I couldn't even catch the ball anymore due to the intense pains in my hands. And then I started to notice that my fingers were twisting and the famous bones were appearing on my feet. That was when I prayed to God to do something, because the doctor was prescribing me to take Motrin 800 to 1,000, and I wouldn't be able to endure that. Thanks God, a family member who knew about For Life appeared and came to our house to give us a business opportunity. And of course, and I listened. I was amazed to learn that it was the company that held the patents for supplements for the immune system. I start with Transfer Factor Plus, Riovida, 3-Factor, and gradually added all products year after year. But definitely one that makes me feel wonderful without pain is now Gold Factor. Regarding my eyes, I have many issues. I'm legally blind on my right eye, and without Vista, I would not be able to drive. Another one of my favorite is cardio, because without it, I will not able to even think properly, and it helps my focus. Of course, all my children have their favorite products, especially Renewable, because they are all athletes, and Gold Factor for the brain and the energy sticks to have a day full of energy. I have a testimonial for each product, even for my dog, but I don't have more time today. Thank you very much for your attention, and I will pass it back to David.
Thank you, Adriana. You know, I love hearing stories. I've over the last 25 years, I've traveled the world, 106 countries, sharing For Life, Transfer Factor, and I've heard so many incredible stories on products. You know, you mentioned Gold Factor. Let's talk about Gold Factor real quick. Not many people understand what telomeres are and how telomerase works. But all of your chromosomes in your body have these little tails. They're called telomeres. And these telomeres shrink. And as they shrink, the cell dies. Once the telomere shrinks to a point where it actually disattaches from the cell, it dies. And a new cell has to be reborn. As days go by and months go by and years go by, that process accelerates. It's called aging. We look older, we feel older, we start feeling the joint pains, arthritis, things like that. What if you could literally slow down that process and you could take something that will help you eliminate some of these age-related conditions, like arthritis, for example. That's what Gold Factor does. Trillions of nanoparticles, nanoflakes of gold suspended in this pure ionized liquid. You take an ounce a day of Gold Factor, you activate telomerase, the enzyme that actually protects telomeres. So now you've slowed down this process of shrinkage of telomeres. How cool is that? And this is scientifically proven. The doctor working with our company For Life won a Nobel Prize on telomerase studies in science. All right. So I would encourage all of you, if you're into anti-aging, try Gold Factor. One of the things I will say about Gold Factor, here's a little bit of my health testimony. Dreams. You start remembering your dreams all of a sudden because it activates neurons in the brain as well. You start having more activity in the brain and you start to remember things, especially dreams. So try Gold Factor and see for yourself. But talking about the immune system, we're the only company that has this technology. That's why we're called 4Life Research, by the way. We research over and over and over. Our company is based on science. Now, the success part of this, when you've got a great company, when you've got great products, that equals a great opportunity. That's what I saw 25 years ago. So I went and talked to the founder, met him, said to myself, with or without me, this company is going to be successful. Why? He's got experience, he's got vision, he's got purpose, he's got a strong why, all right, of science, success, and service, bringing these patented technologies to us to use, all right, these products. And I just knew that he was going to be successful. So I decided to join. Well, what did I do after I joined? I just started talking to people. And I had a simple attitude. Some will, some won't. So what? I'm looking for people that are ready, and not everyone's going to be ready. Well, here we are 25 years later. Yeah, I found a lot of people that are ready, and they've been building too. That's why I've got over 200 millionaires on my team now around the world, my organization, and been out working with people all over the place. Lately, I've been working in Brazil a lot. So this opportunity is for anybody with a desire. So how do you get started? I'm not going to get into the whole pay plan and all that today. Talk to the person who invited you to learn more about it. But I will say this. Where can you join a company for $25 and have your own self-replicated website with your picture, your email, your name in multiple languages for multiple countries that you can share that with people and they can shop on your own personal website? You just have to get it out there. Share it with people. They buy, you earn 25% in your pocket the next day. Somebody makes a purchase the following day, you made money. Gabby and I, my wife and I, we drove up to Los Angeles a couple of days ago, signed up a Korean lady. While we were there, she signed up 2 people, signed up another one yesterday, another one today. All those people, she made 25%. Some she got paid on today because she signed them up 2 days ago. Some she'll get paid on tomorrow, the one she signed up today. But the point is this, quick money, just by sharing your shop with people. They don't have to sign up, by the way. If they just buy on your shop, they're your customer. You get 25%. Where can you pay $25 and have a cell phone app in multiple languages, and all the content is right there for you to send a link and say, hey, check this out. This is an incredible product. Have a look at it. They look at it. They can purchase it right there on the spot on their cell phone, and you make 25%. All done. And you can be in the US and send the link to them, and they're in Ecuador, or they're in Spain, or they're in the UK, they're in Malaysia, right? So where can you do that for $25 starting your business? What's your monthly investment? Yourself, using the products. 100 life points. What's 100 life points? Let me show you. One bottle is 25. So I take Transfer Factor Plus every day. I go through a bottle myself. There's 50 life points right there. I love Rio Vita. I love Energy Go Sticks. By the time I've consumed a couple of products each month, I've done my 100 life points. I invested in me. That's it. I don't have to go out and buy $1,000 of inventory and go sell it every month. I consume and I share. Very simple. It is real simple. You make 25% every time you sign somebody up. So a couple of things you can do. You can move bottles, you can move people, or you can do both. I like to do both. I talk to people. If you're not interested in building a business and networking with me, great. Consume the products. I recommend them. Give them a try. Need to lose some weight? Try NutriStart. Try Shape Right. You need to, let's say, I know that Adriana mentioned Renuvo. I love Renuvo too. You're active. You play tennis. You go work out. You have an active lifestyle. Try Renuvo. You recover very fast. It's got a lot of adaptogens in it. wonderful recovery product. You need some energy. You drink too much coffee during the day to keep your energy level up. Stop. Don't drink the coffee. Take some Energy Go sticks. You believe in antioxidants? Take our Rio Vita. There's always products that you can use from For Life. Everybody. Invest in yourself. Share with people. If you find someone that also would like to participate in a $4 trillion industry, sign them up and start working with them. Upline serves the downline. So you start working with your people, helping them be successful. You help them be successful, you're successful. That's how the business works. So it's very simple. So you can move bottles and make money that way as well, having people buy product from you or on your website or through the cell phone app. Or you can sponsor some people that want to build a network, because people know people, know people, know people, know people. So I want to finish by telling you a quick story about two brothers called the McDonald's brothers from San Bernardino, California, right here close to me. They sold hamburgers in the 50s. That's what they loved to do. They each had a hamburger store, hamburger stand. Well, in comes a man from San Diego, where I'm from, named Ray Kroc. He saw they had a great product, great hamburgers. They had a good little system going. You could eat at either of the brothers' locations, and the hamburgers tasted the same. The French fries tasted the same. He even sold them malt machines to make milkshakes. Ray Kroc did. He approached the brothers and said, "You guys, we need to take this and we need to start franchising it." The brothers didn't understand. They said, we just want to make hamburgers. They were interested in the hamburger. Ray Kroc was interested in the franchise. So what did they do? They let Ray Kroc buy their name, license their name. So Ray Kroc put franchises all over the place. Who made more money? The McDonald's brothers with their 2 stands in San Bernardino, or Ray Kroc with franchises around the world? Understand, every person you talk to is a franchise. How are they a franchise? They know people you don't know. So if you can talk to them and build up a relationship where they like you and trust you, they'll open their door to the people they know. Now you got a whole new world of new people. That's called networking. Let me tell you something. That is the future. That's the future of business in this world. Networks. Build a network. And don't just try to do it through social media. Why? People are always bouncing around, looking at this, looking at that. Relationships. That's what keeps it all together. Building friendships and relationships of trust with your people. You build a network. Pretty soon you got 5 and 10 and 20 and 100 and 300 and 500. And as your network grows, your income grows. So far, like I said, my organization has been paid over $2 billion. And yeah, I've made millions and millions of dollars in For Life, right? Just by doing something simple. Sharing a message with people. So I encourage you, do the same. If you're new today, talk to the person who invited you. Learn more about For Life. Learn how to get your shop set up, how to use the cell phone application to start sharing content with people, how to start inviting people to the table, bring them to the training calls. We do trainings every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Every Wednesday night, this is called our opportunity meeting, where we just present the opportunity, talk about our company, talk about our product, and share the business opportunity. And hopefully you're interested enough to want to know more. So talk to the person who invited you and learn more and make a decision based on knowledge, not speculation. All right? Knowledge is power. Knowledge also creates confidence, and confidence creates action, and action creates results.